Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here I'm going to talk you through the features of our Cleveland 5P from our Evolution collection. You can see that it's a tunnel design tent, and with it being in our Evolution collection, you'll find the fly sheet we're using on here is the Outtex 4000. This is a polyester material which has been PU coated on the inside. It has fully taped seams and a hydrostatic head of 4000 millimeters, ensuring that it is completely waterproof. The frame that we use on here is made up of our Duratec fiberglass poles. And you can just see across the top here, these poles go through flat pole sleeves, which create a real sleek and streamlined look to the tent. Some other features on the outside, you'll find we're using our innovative Outwell Wind Stabilizer System, which is just here, and we'll show you how that works. These Velcro tabs are directly attached onto the fly sheet, and we wrap these around the pole. We then put the Velcro tab into position to secure it, and you'll find that there's one at the top and at the bottom of every pole, and that's then where our guy lines are attached, and when we pull the guy lines out, and peg them into position, it pulls the entire fly sheet against the frame of the tent, making sure that it's as stable as it can be and enabling you to use it even in high wind conditions. The guy lines themselves, you'll notice, are our luminous guy lines here, so hopefully you're not going to trip over these quite as easily. And then each one has its own retainer, so when it comes to packing down the tent, we can wrap up the guy lines and pop them in here so that the next time we come to use it, they're easily accessible. Something else we're using here is our easy pegging system. This is where we supply you with 3 different types of pegs with the tent. So we have our solid steel anchor pegs here for the corners of the tent. We have our luminous plastic pegs for all of the luminous guy lines. And we have our black plastic pegs for all the rest of the pegging points. So the easy pegging system just makes sure that you get the right peg in the right place. Some other features around the outside, you'll see we have large ventilation panels all the way down the side and around the back as well. And that allows cool fresh air into the tent through the mesh panels on the inside, but if it gets a little too chilly, we can just get rid of these very simply by closing down the Velcro tabs like so. When we come around the front of the tent, we can see that we have the mud valances on the porch area here, and that just allows rainwater to run down the tent and away from the inside. The front door on here is of a good size, so it's certainly a walk-in style tent, and with the door being wide, it makes it nice and easy to get all of your different furniture and storage solutions into the tent, no problem at all. When we step in here, we're into our panorama room. It's called the panorama room because it's curved all the way around the front here, and every single panel then has its own window, so you get great panoramic views out of the tent. You can just see here that every panel also has a large window on here. If you want a little bit more privacy, you then have curtains which can be fully toggled away, brought up halfway, or they can be fully closed as well. And just across the top of the windows is where you'll see the mesh ventilation that corresponds to the outside panels that we talked about. The ground sheet in this area is a very durable, tough material. It's a double-coated polyethylene, so it's going to last a good long time. And it's completely waterproof as well with a hydrostatic head of 10,000 millimeters. And this is detachable, so it just clips in all the toggles all the way around. The ground sheet then in the back area is the exact same material, but the difference is here is that it's fully sealed all the way around. So it's hopefully going to stop any drafts from coming in and hopefully keep out those unwanted bugs as well. Separating the front from the back of the tent, we have this large dividing wall here, and you can see that we have a large ventilation panel on here too. And there is a curtain on the back of this, so we can pull this up as well. A nice feature here though is that if you want to, you can open up this door completely, giving you just one large space, or obviously it can be fully closed over as well. There's also a lantern hanging point just at the top of the tent just here, and then running away from that we have cable tidies, which run down to our cable entry point. This is handy because it means you can bring in electrics or cables into the tent without having any of the doors open. There's a large side door just here, as you can see. We have it closed at the moment, but you can open this up on the outside, then drop down your mesh door here to create great ventilation within the tent as well. At the back is where you'll find the bedrooms, and as I mentioned, this tent will sleep up to 5 people. Now these bedrooms actually come pre-attached, and the way that they are attached to the tent is using our wave-shaped hanging point system. So you can see here that we have this detail across here, and what this does is takes off any stress point off of the seam at the top of the bedroom, creating a real secure fixing to the tent. Some other details there then, we have some storage pockets on the outside, great for smaller personal possessions, and a little bit of detail on the zips here. You can see that we have piping all the way around, which again is colour coordinated with the colours of the tent, but from a functional point of view, you can just see here that it's very easy to open and close the zips without them catching on any material. And then on both of the doors we have ventilation panels at the top as well. Another feature here is that we're using our universal bedroom, so what this means is if you want to, you can simply get rid of one half of the bedrooms by untoggling around the front, and if we did that all the way around, and at the back we take the zips that are in between here and we can just open these up, and you can see that the bedroom itself would just drop down completely. We can then roll that up and clip it away, leaving yourself even more living space, and then the one larger bedroom. Some features inside the bedrooms. We have some storage pockets down the side here, great for smaller personal possessions. At the back we have a large ventilation panel, and then you'll see separating the two bedrooms we have a zipped sheet of material which can be opened up fully to create one large bedroom. So there's a couple of optional extras available for the tent, including a carpet area for the living space at the back, and there's also a footprint available to go under the tent as well. So that's all the features of our Cleveland 5P. Thanks very much for watching.